Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a books I read in January. You guys enjoy? So this month I read 3 books. This was a little bit of a slow month for me in terms of reading. However, the first book I read was pretty big, and then I was sick, so I was not well enough to read. I was on my deathbed and asleep for most of the time. So, the 3 I did manage to read though are these 3. I'm gonna go through them individually and everything as well, and I talk a little bit about them and stuff too, and everything. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So the first book I read this month was called The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. I picked this one up at an independent bookstore when I was shopping around in town, and I went to go purchase it, and the girl behind me lied that it was really good. So I was like, thank you, I'm already excited to read this. Now I'm even more excited to read it. So that was my impression going into the book, was that someone already loved this book. I read some reviews and everything, and it was like pretty highly rated on Goodreads and everything, so I felt pretty confident going a little bit blind with this one, and everything. So yeah, it's about a girl that goes missing at her summer camp. She has a brother who also went missing, like, I forget, like 10 years ago or something like that, previously. So it's not really a dual timeline. There's like multiple timelines in it. There's also like different sections and different perspectives and everything, which I really loved. I feel like it made the pace of the book go by a lot faster and didn't make it seem like a over 500 page book. I feel like it read a lot faster than that, and it was really easy to get through. In a good way, not in like a it was boring, I was just like flipping through it kind of way, but it was just like a I'm so curious what's gonna happen kind of flipping through it kind of way. But yeah, I really liked all the characters. I really liked Barbara in this book. I think it's very interesting to read about complex children, because I think a lot of times in media children are very viewed as like infantile and stupid and everything, so it's very interesting to read where they're not treated like, well, they're not treated when they're not falling into that category. So yeah, I really like this one. I rated this one 4 out of 5 stars. I think that it was a little bit slow in the beginning. I think that the twist and everything definitely like made me rate it as high as I did, and like kept me reading it and wanting to like figure out what happened next and everything. So yeah, I really liked this one. I would definitely recommend it for like a nice little thriller, but not like too suspenseful thriller, I would say. So yeah, that was this one, 4 to 5 stars. Next book I read was Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. I have read, I want to say all of her other books as well, so I was really excited to see that she had another one coming out too, that was different than the Good Girl, what is it called? Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I was glad that it was a little bit different than that, just because I thought it was really interesting. But I really like how all of her characters are younger women and and are really related to, what was her name in this? Oh yeah, Jet. I really related to Jet because she has trouble following through with things and like seeming to give up on things and everything. So I could definitely relate to that, and enjoyed reading her character and like reading it progress as she like, you know, goes through the book and everything. This book is about Jet, who is murdered on Halloween. She gets bashed in the back of her head. She miraculously survives, only to be told she has a week to live. And instead of getting a risky surgery, she decides that she's going to follow through with the first thing in her life and solve her own murder. So, it's really interesting. I really like the premise of it. I thought it was really different and everything. I really liked the characters. I really liked Jet, how she was very determined with everything, but also a little bit, you know, not very self-confident, not very self-assured and everything. And I think that was really relatable as a young woman reading this as well, and everything. So yeah, I also really liked the character of Billy. I really liked the little like, you know, budding romance that was happening, and like that kind of stuff going on, the underlying theme of it and everything. The end of this made me scream out loud. I was so confused, and then I kept reading to the end and I was like, So read this to find out what I'm talking about, because for a second I was so mad at the ending of this book, but then it redeemed itself, and the twist was definitely worth the read and everything. So yeah, I really love this book. I would give this one a 5 out of 5 stars. It kept me hooked, kept me wanting and excited to read. I kept wanting to pick it up and kept wanting to read, even if it was for like 15 minutes at a time. I was like, I can just read a quick chapter and everything. So I really like this book, and I thought it was really unique and interesting for the genre of thriller, because I feel like, you know, it's hard to you know, change plot, storylines, all that kind of stuff within the genre. So I really liked how this one was really different in that fact. The last book that I read in January is this little guy. It's called Catch Her If You Can by Tessa Bailey. It's her newest one out in her Big Shots series. This one's super cute. It's about a professional baseball catcher dating a burlesque club owner. She is very talked about in town, very looked down upon, because the burlesque club used to be a strip club that her dad owned. And people in the small town where she lives like to talk shit. So I thought it was very cute. I really like her like little cutesy romances. This one was a little bit different because she went into some different like fantasy themes, which I don't want to like give away, because I want you guys to like read it and then, you know, rediscover on your own. But I really liked how there was some like different fantasy things shown in this book, and how he caters to her and give her what she needs, what she wants. Yeah, I love the yearning in this book. He is so down bad for her, and she is so down bad for him, but they're just like trying to like be, I don't even know, careful, I guess, of like the friendship and everything. But I just love when a guy falls first and falls harder. I just love it. I don't know, I just wanted some more like burlesque scenes and everything, but I really liked the characters that rounded out this book, as well as the previous characters from her previous books in the series. I really love how they all tie together and they're in the same world, because it's like we're getting epilogues from other stories when we're reading, you know, them from the new couple and everything too. So I really enjoyed that, and I really love reading in a romance world. It's just like a nice way to read a series without actually having to read a series like back to back to back to back, and like it's a nice break and a little palate cleanser. So yeah, this one I would give a 3.75 out of 5. But it was really cute, and I really love Tessa's writing. I actually met her for the Picture Perfect press tour. So it was really cool. I'll put a little picture right here of me meeting her. But yeah, anything that Tessa writes is an automatic buy for me. I don't think you can see it. No, it's like up on one shelf for like all my Tessa Bailey books. So yeah, this was a little bit of a slow month for me in terms of how many books I read. So I hope that February I'm going to get on it a little bit better. I've already started a new book. It's February 1st. I've already started a book. So hopefully next month I will have a little bit more books to show you and everything. I would love to know what you guys read down below in the comments. Also, let us know what's on your February TBR. I'm always looking to add more books to my TBR and everything. So let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoy this little what I read in January video. And if you guys have anything else you want to see, please also let me know down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.